Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, my lovely students. How are you today? Today, inshallah, I will teach you Super Goal 4 for the second intermediate grade in the second semester. Okay, look what do we have here. We have a reading, as you can see in front of you. Before reading, what do you know about camels? So we have here camels, as you can see. Camels. So have you ever ridden one? So we have here a man. He is riding the camel. Okay, as you can see. Look here, we have camels. So we have ships of the desert, as you can see, riding a camel for the first time. Here are some helpful tips. So we have here 8 tips if you want to ride a camels for the first time. Okay, my lovely students, now I will turn on the audio, so I want you to listen and follow. Are you ready? Very good, so let's start.
Page 69. 8. Reading. Ships of the desert. It's one of the most uncomfortable experiences I've ever had, but it was incredibly fun. I'll never forget it. That's what many people say after they have ridden a camel for the first time. Camels, also known as ships of the desert, have been a favorite means of transport for millennia due to their ability to withstand the hot, dry climate of the desert. Riding a camel is not the same as riding a horse. First, the rider must sit and balance himself about 2 meters above the ground on the camel's hump. Second, a camel walks differently than a horse. It moves the 2 right legs together and then the 2 left legs. This can make the rider swing from side to side. Riding a camel for the first time? Here are some helpful tips. 1. Wear sunscreen, long sleeves, and a hat for protection from the hot sun. 2. Wear long pants and socks to protect your legs from getting itchy. 3. Always go riding with an experienced cameleer who knows the animal. Camels are emotional and will respond better if a familiar person is nearby. 4. Get on when the camel is in a sitting position. Put one foot on a small stool and then throw your other leg over the camel's hump in one motion. 5. When the camel stands up, hold on tight and grip your knees around the camel's sides. As the camel leans forward, lean back in the opposite direction to keep from falling. 6. Sit and hold the reins confidently. Camels are intelligent and can sense if you are nervous. 7. Relax in the saddle and bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. This will help you balance as the camel swings you from side to side. 8. After the ride, wait for the camel to sit down. Hold on, lean back, and then forward, just as you did when the camel stood up.
Okay, my lovely students, so let's now answer these 4 questions. Why are camels called ships of deserts? Because they have been used as means transport in the desert due to their ability to withstand the hot and dry climate. So we call them this سفينة الصحراء because they can, let's say, because means of transport in the deserts due to their ability to withstand the hot and dry climate. Number 2, how is riding camel different from riding a horse? The rider must sit 2 meters above the ground on the camel's hump. So as you can see here, okay, here. And movement the camel swings the rider from side to side. Then, what are 2 characteristic of camels? Camels are emotional and intelligent. They are smart. Okay, very good. So let's now move here. Then we will take a writing, as you can see in front of you. Writing corner. Linked words and phrases help connected idea and make a paragraph easier to read. So we have here 4, as you can see, 4 points. To show addition, we have to use and, or, nor, also, to. If you want to connect it to ideas together, for example, I like apple and but I don't like orange. So this is contrast. Contrast if you want to show the opposite. But however, on other hand, if you want to show the opposite, to give example, we use, for example, like, such as, of course, in fact. So we use that if we want to give examples. To show time, we use when, before, after, since, first, second, next, within. So if we want to show time, we will use this. So let's now revise them again. To show addition, we use and, or, nor, also time. To show contrast, we use but, however, on other hand. To give examples, we use, for example, like, such as, of course, in fact. To show time, we use when, before, after, since, first, second, and then. Bravo, very good. Okay, my lovely students, as you can see here, look what do we have here. Read about Ali's uncle. Say the linking word and the phrase that you can find, as you can see here. Do you know anyone who was gone scuba diving in the coralline reefs of the Red Sea, mountains biking in Al-Baha, or paragliding in Asir? There are just a few of exciting things my uncle has done. Hamid is a travel writer who publishes articles to promote youth tourism in the kingdom. He believes that the best way to write about things is to experience them. He has ridden a camels and, so we have here and raced Arabian horses. He has also, as you can see here, also climbed to the summit of Shada mountain. He has been sand skiing in the Rob Al-Khali desert and has driven a furfur in the dunes of Al-Qasim. Of course, he is a careful. Of course. Safety comes first. He always says before time, we use before he does any extreme or dangerous activity. He first learns about it, then time, then he trains with experts, instructors. In fact, as you can see here, if you want to give example, he spent a week participating in a pool before he went scuba diving in the sea. So what is the next for Uncle Hamid? He hasn't flown in hot air balloon, nor, as you can see, he tried kitesurfing. However, as you can see here, he has promised to take me mountain biking around Asuda mountain when I am 16. I can't wait. Very good. Then let's now move here. For meaning and function, as you can see. Okay, look what do we have here. We have here, as you can see, a review of the present tenses and the past, simple past. We will now compare between simple present, present progressive, present perfect, and simple past. Let's take the present perfect first of all. Simple present, sorry. Use simple present to talk about like a routine, like a habit, something you do it every day. Look here, habit or routine. We often use frequency expressions such as we use always, usually, often, rarely, never, every day, once, month, or weekend. Look what do we have here. The students usually, we use usually. Why? Because it's a simple present, as you can see here. Write a test every month. Present progressive. We use present progressive if we want to talk about action that are happening right now. For example, I am teaching now. Okay, look what do we have here. We have expressions such as right now, noun, at the moment. The students are writing a test at the moment. The students are writing a test at the moment. Then we have here present perfect. Look what do we have here. Present perfect. We use the present perfect if we want to talk about action that are happened in the past and still continuous until now, okay, or actions that happened in the past and I don't know when exactly. So look what do we have here, and we have some words or some expressions: ever, never, so far, and yet. Look what do we have here. The students haven't written a test yet. Then we have a simple past. We use it if we want to talk about past. Okay, past, as you can see here: yesterday, last week, 2 days ago, a year ago, in the 9th century, in 2010. Look what do we have. The students wrote, it's the past, a test last week. We have a last week, so we will use simple past. Okay, my lovely students, now let's do exercise 8. Choose the correct verb for each sentences. We have 6 sentences. Hamid his horse. Smoky almost every day. We have a almost, so we will use, as you can see, simple present. It will be A. His horse Smoky because it is a gray color, so he named. It is in the past actually. He Smoky to become a champagne jumper. So what do you think? He very good. Is training. It's like something is happening right now. Hamid and Smokey in 2 competitions so far. We have here so far. Very good. So we will say have been. Excellent. Number 5. The competitions, but they did. Look, we have a did, so we will say what? They didn't win in the past. Bravo. Hamid, they will win next. We have a next competition, so we will say believes. Okay, bravo. Believes. Then look what do we have here. But the verbs. So we have here some verbs. So we will put it in the blank, as you can see, into the correct forms of the present or past. We have 8 sentences. We haven't been to Oman yet. We have a yet, so we will say haven't been. As we can see, present perfect. We have a yet, so we will use present perfect. But we went to UAE last year. We have a last, so we will use, as you can see, simple past. Ali usually, as you can see, Ali usually walks. We have a usually, so we will use walks to walk. But yesterday he took a taxi. We have a yesterday. She lost her keys. So in the past. So now we have to talk about noun, as you can see. But now she is searching the house to find them. So far, we have a so far. She has locked, as you can see here. We have a here. So far she has locked in her room, but the keys aren't there. Number 5, we haven't eaten anything all the day because we are fasting for Ramadan. Oh no, it is raining. Something right now. Something it's happening right now. And I left my umbrella in the car. I left in the past. I don't know why you are nervous. Haven't you ever flown in a plane? They didn't use cars in the 19th century. Today, people drive their cars everywhere. Okay, my lovely students, actually, we